start with the first one. They said that we have three vectors act on an object so that the resultant force is 0. The resultant force is 0. So what I need you to understand is that for three forces to have a resultant force of 0, guys, we're going to take this step by step, and I'll try to move slow now, because now I can feel that I'm overexcited and already I'm moving fast. So let me try to slow down. So the resultant force, for three forces to have a resultant force of 0, right, they must form a closed vector triangle. So these guys, they must form what we call a closed vector triangle. I know that someone watching the lesson now is saying that Sir is trying to say head to tail. Yes, you are right. That's what I'm referring to. A resultant force is 0. The three forces, they must create what? A closed vector triangle using a head to tail. Not tail to head, but head to tail. Right. So now, another thing that I need you guys to understand, this means that number one, when we say how do we form a closed vector triangle? Each arrow must start where the previous one ends. So each arrow must start where the previous one ends. I'm not going to write that down because we're going to waste time. Or maybe, you see now, each arrow must start where the previous one ends. Very important. So now the last vector must bring you back to the starting point. Okay, that's number one. That's point one. Point two, then we say the last vector must do what? Must bring you to the starting point. Starting point. Right. So let's start and check these vectors, because to create a closed vector, we say one, each arrow must what is this? Each arrow must start where previous one ends. So I'm going to choose, they say which one of the following which one of the following vector diagram is the correct representation of the three forces. Remember that I'm saying to get a resultant force of 0, we need to create a closed vector triangle. What is a closed vector triangle? We know that each arrow must start where the previous one ended. Let me say this one starts here, then it moves up, then look at this arrow. So now, as you can see where the arrow of that one is, it is meeting with another arrow. So can you see that the arrow of this one doesn't start where the arrow of that one ended? So option A is out. We move to option B. Option B, this one starts here, then it goes up, this is where it ends, then this arrow starts here where that one ended. Yes, that's what we are looking for. We move down, then this is where that arrow ends. But look at this, two arrows pointing on the same one, so option B is out. Remember, each arrow must start where the previous one ended. Right, because if I have an arrow like this is my starting point and this is my ending. So each and every arrow must start where the previous one ends. Let's go to C. Look at C. C starts here, then it moves up to that point. Then look at this. This one is head to head, it's out. It's not head to tail, it's out. So this leaves us with D. So this tells us that D is the correct answer, but let's quickly verify that. Ne? So this one, it starts here, which is my starting point, then it ends here. And then the second arrow, it starts here, starting point, and this is my ending point. And this is what I need. Get in. It's a ding ding ding. So now when I go to this one, what is this? This one is my starting point for that arrow, and this is my ending. Therefore, the correct answer is D. That's how we answer that question. I hope you guys are happy about that.